Okay, I'm going to record one more video, at least one more with the Deadguy deck I just played. I mean, Black-White Stoneblade, which officially isn't Deadguy Ale. Like I said, I wanted one more fetch land to get the basic planes, but because we often had the problem of like Wasteland not making colored mana, I think I wanted to try first cutting a Wasteland instead of cutting yeah, like a polluted delta or something, because then we only shift the problem from being less able to make white mana to being less able to make black mana. Well, just with the Mirror Crusader, Hymn to Turek, Jurt's Verdict, Liliana's, you have a lot of double colored spells, and yeah, Wasteland is kind of rough with that. And I don't think we won a lot of games due to being able to mana screw them. And we still have Vindicate. If you have an opponent which is stumbling on mana, we can Vindicate their lands. But it probably makes more sense, like this. Like you already have like 7 spells. It probably makes more sense to cut a Wasteland here. Also, playing Wasteland makes you prone to making mistakes, because it's often very tempting to Wasteland them and then they might recover. Like in the previous game, I Vindicated this island turn 2, and then they still won with a lot more mana in play than we did. Because like Ponder Brainstorm, you know, the stuff I like complaining about. And the less Wastelands you play, the less inclined you are to waste them and then lose the game because they draw more lands than you do. So it stops me from being greedy, basically. And now all we need is an opponent. And it seems like we're the only people online, or the only people online who do not have an opponent yet. Chibo. I think I played against him earlier with Enchantress. I think it was on Storm, but I might be wrong. This hand is not great against Storm, but I think Inquisition and Liliana and maybe Wasteland could be okay, so maybe the guy isn't even Storm, so like if he's a creature deck, this Plow is also good. Like it has a nice mix of cards against a bunch of things. Like, all we're lacking is a 2-drop to curve out, but... Okay, they are on Storm. See, I do not want them to duress away the Liliana. So I think I need to take duress here. Because otherwise I'm just left with nothing. Well, I mean, I would also have liked to take any, like, take the lead or the ritual, or even the preordained, so they can't dig for something better. It's not they could have drawn... Oh, that's actually good, because it gives us something to wasteland. Though they do have enough mana, so maybe wastelanding them is not my priority. Because it slows me down 1 turn to play the Liliana. So I'm going to be 1 turn slower in playing Liliana. And they already have a bunch of mana. Yeah, I think I can't afford to wasteland here. Therapy me, sure. Force of Will. Do not have it. I mean, I guess I could be some kind of, I don't know, Esper deck or whatever. It seems unlikely with this mana base, but it still makes sense. Like, they couldn't name him to Turak or Thoughtseize because we would have played it. So yeah, they should either name it 3-drop like Liliana, or they should name Force of Will just to be sure. So they don't go for it here. Nope, they don't. I think I'm gonna fetch to thin my deck, and gonna get a Scrubland. So also gonna check. I think there was another Deadguy Ale deck that made 5-0 a few days ago. Maybe that's gonna be an interesting list. Actually, no, probably just not being posted yet. Yeah, Liliana does more here. Like, he knows Big Therapy does, so he knows about the wasteland, no reason to hide it. Just gotta hope Liliana discard is gonna be enough to achieve anything. Discard a plow. Now the question is, next turn, if I don't draw anything, I'm probably gonna waste them and play Liliana. But I could up her and try to get to the emblem, but that's gonna be really slow. Or I could minus her and hope to dredge, like to mill into a, like dredge into a creature. But yeah, never mind, we're just gonna be dead here. And Wasteland would not have made a difference. Infernal Tutor, Crack LED, kill me. Yeah, nothing. I could have done nothing else except top deck better. Let's see, Past in Flames is gonna put Storm at 4. Actually, they're gonna Tutor Chain me, sure. Past in Flames, and then First one gets an LED or whatever, and the second one gets the win condition. I think they should not be able to mess this up. Just get one more Cabal Ritual or LED, and actually this already kills me, so sure, GG was a very mediocre opening hand. Definitely one Deluge, maybe Damnation against their against Empty the Warrens. Actually, Containment Priest is also just a maybe. I mean, it's only good if we don't have enough creatures in our deck. Like, it might be okay, like to just as a flash attacker, but then again, I don't think that's the kind of effect I need. Liliana at Last Hope is not so great. I guess I could cut one Stoneforge Mystic at least. Fire and Ice is okay. Batterskull, yeah. Not convinced on all of these. Like the Stoneforge package. This does make them discard. Vindicate does take an LED if they play it out. Maybe play it out just to avoid discard. It does hit lands. Probably can cut at least one of them, maybe two. So either I cut one land because storm and lands, like, or I cut a Lingering Souls, which is kind of slow. I think I cut the Lingering Souls. It's like 5 mana for 4 power, or 3 mana for 2 power. And the flying doesn't really matter, so... Ooh, this hand is very good. I think I start aggressively deck thinning here. Like the fetch land isn't gonna do anything else in this matchup. Ooh, they only have one Infernal Tutor. I mean, I could take the Infernal Tutor, or and then like try to surgically extract it or something, or I could take the LED, surgical it, so they lose 2 of them. They only have 1 land, so I could also take the I think I need to take the Brainstorm here. And then extract it, right? They could top deck Dark Ritual and outright win the game. Yeah, I think I'm gonna draw step surgical their Brainstorm. It has the biggest upside of killing them. I mean, completely screwing them and making my Hymn to Turak even better. Oh, they drew Empty the Warrens. Okay. Volcanic. They might play out some LEDs here, which makes him safer from my Hymn to Turak. But he does not. Ooh, vindicating his land also doesn't seem like the worst here. Probably better than Liliana at this point. Discards double LED. Okay. So he's down to Infernal Tutor, Cabal Ritual, and Empty the Warrens. Empty the Warrens means he's Infernal Tutor is going to be a lot worse. So if I play Liliana, I can discard Empty the Warrens and be more likely to reach Hellbent status. think I still go for the Vindicate here, because if I make him discard, he can just go Cabal Ritual, Infernal Tutor something. Not entirely sure, but actually probably he's gonna reach threshold, so that means he's gonna have 5 mana. Infernal Tutor, I have 3 mana floating. You know, I'm clearly gonna play out Liliana here. But just need to count what could happen. Like, he's gonna get threshold of his fetch land. Then he's gonna get 5 mana, 3 mana after Infernal Tutor. No, that's not enough to do anything. Luge gets Empty the Warrens, but I think I still need to keep plussing the Liliana. Ground Seal, okay. Because he could still, of course, go for Past in Flames and Empty the Warrens at some point, and yeah, I think Liliana going up beats the chance, because he also needs double red for Past in Flames, Empty the Warrens. So actually, without LED, he already has 2 LEDs gone. So without LED, that's not so likely to happen. Here, Batterskull could provide me a clock, but then I would need, if I don't activate Liliana, I need to top deck a land, because otherwise I'm gonna keep not discarding stuff just to keep the Batterskull. Actually, if you would have played Confident, Liliana would have gone down, which could have been okay for him. Okay, of course we drew the land. Next turn this is just going to be a Stone Rain, kill one of his lands, which is not too awesome. At least he's going to have to choose between blue mana and red and black mana, because he needs to fetch a basic at some point, probably to play around the Wasteland. He's probably going to sacrifice this swamp. Oh, actually Duress. I think I start with Duress and see. Maybe I don't want the ultimate Liliana. If I plus Liliana as well, then it's going to be down to 1 card. Maybe that's better than just killing 1 land. Okay, do we want to change anything? I think not. We're kind of threat light here. Okay, this hand is kind of slow, but I think I can't afford to mulligan it. Okay, he might just play discard spell or just kill me before I get to 2 mana because I'm on the draw. So I could mulligan to a Thoughtseize or something, but The value of these cards is just too high. If he does not probe therapy me here, taking him to Turak, then I can start doing real damage to him, to his hand. Here top decking a surgical seems okay, so I could him and then surgical key piece, or like to avoid getting past inflamed before I can roll the rest in peace. Okay, we found a threat, but we still don't have 3 mana actually. Yeah, it would be very awkward for Storm deck to play back to basics, so I'm just gonna fetch double Scrubland. So any land can cast us, both Liliana and Mirror Crusader, even a Wasteland. Gonna put a draw stop here, just so he might think I have it, the surgical. Because I didn't have the draw stop first, and now I put it there. Okay, opponent is going for it. Probably dead. Okay, don't need a draw stop anymore. Why did he play out a petal? That only makes sense if he's going for the kill here, right? Or maybe he wants to keep open Brainstorm to not get blown out by him to the wreck. Yeah, then he spends yeah, he wastes a card, so he actually loses 3 cards now with the Lotus Petal. So I guess that's okay for me. I can't fake surgical anymore, so for now I'm gonna auto yield here. The next turn, I think before playing Jared's Verdict, there could be some merit to playing Rest in Peace, because now he could have something like LED and Rest and Past in Flames to start using his graveyard profitably. Like Dark Ritual, LED, Past in Flames would probably do it there. Actually, he's down to 3 cards. I think I just need to Jared's Verdict here. He's only going to keep 1 card. And then next turn, Rest in Peace should probably be equally good. I'm surprised we survived so long that we actually got to cast all 3 of these. I think we must have been really lucky that he didn't hit any rituals yet. Like any payoff spell, like a tutor. Actually, Ritual, Past in Flames, LED wouldn't have done it because he would still need to Brainstorm, randomly hit some good stuff. Discards 2. Oh, he has 2 Cabal Rituals. I'm very happy he discarded these. So if he does not kill me this turn, the Rest in Peace should probably lock him out. Infernal Tutor 4. He could get a duress and take my Rest in Peace, but then he's down to 0 cards in hand. Drop Rest in Peace, win the game. Probably want to get something that could get him to use his graveyard, I think. Because like you don't trade an Infernal Tutor if you can't get it back for a random card, if you can't get it back with Past in Flames. Okay, he did get either Tutor or Past in Flames. And again, we're stuck at not enough mana. This seems to be a recurring theme of the deck. I guess I just drop this Rest in Peace in case he wants to Abrupt Decay the first one. Because we've got nothing else to do. I probably should have attacked first here, just to be less weak to Echoing Truth. Does he know my hand? Nope. So he does not know. He's probably gonna name Liliana because he knows I don't have any more 2-drops or 1-drops. Huh. Or maybe he has like a small Empty the Warrens in hand. He could go Petal Empty the Warrens here. But yeah, I think that's not gonna beat Double Death Right because they are efficient at blocking just a small amount of Empty the Warrens tokens. Here I think I play Liliana because Vindicate. Like, does Vindicate achieve anything? Like, I take away a land here, but he probably has enough mana already, right? And now he has the Past in Flames to discard, which is useless. But then, at least next turn I can start exiling things that actually matter. And of course, if I would have Vindicated the blue source, he couldn't brainstorm into Ponder. Like now he can draw Ponder and play a second blue spell. Which was the main reason to tag his, probably his island, because he doesn't need double green, and I might still top deck a wasteland to take away his second blue source. So I'm probably vindicating his island if I don't die this turn. Probing me, dark ritualing me, okay. That went kind of fast there. 5 mana ad nauseam, not sure. Seems like most likely card to be cast here. Then hope he kills himself or something. Nauseam reveals a bunch of stuff. This could win him the game, right? Like he gets 3 mana, 1 mana floating with Infernal Tutor on the stack. Crack LED. Yeah, if I had vindicated his blue source, he would be 1 mana short, I think. Although maybe he doesn't have enough storm yet. Like he could maybe only do like how much is storm? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I'm dead. Okay. I probably should have indicated he's a basic island there. Don't know what our opponent is waiting for though. Maybe I'm just disconnected and he already killed us without us knowing. Okay, yeah. He's going for it there. And we did. Oh, exactly. No, one copy too many. Okay, I'm probably gonna take a few minutes break here, both to go to the toilet and hope my connection restores itself. Yeah, because playing like that with a bad connection just sucks. Yeah, like you see, like you saw, very small mistakes can cost you the game. Like not, like I could have predicted him to need this mana if he wanted to play ad nauseam, but I think that's kind of far-fetched. Like everything needed to go right for him, and it did. But I could still have avoided it if I played correctly. Okay, we'll be back in a minute. Okay. We'll probably restart my modem as well. The problem is I have no idea whether it's my modem or just the provider, because it's kind of a cheap provider and the internet quality is often very bad, so restarting my modem might not do anything here. Let's see, I already uploaded these. Legacy Deadguy Ale number 12. off we are. Restarting my modem should take a few minutes, so let's hope it's fixed by then. Probably need to close the curtain as well. Hooray for cheap internet. Okay, my phone is already receiving Wi-Fi again, so should be back up. Yeah, sorry for that. I hope you just didn't wait all this time sitting here and just scrolled past this interruption. It's also fortunate that it didn't happen in the middle of a match, because we would probably have timed out at the time it took to resolve this. And we're back in the game. Fat like pig. This hand is very good. We would have liked this game 1 against our Storm opponent. Storm, like Red Reanimator, Grixis, check pile. This could still be a bunch of things. I'm not gonna play like him. Fetching here is very strange. Probably wants to play around Stifle. Probably have to play the Death right? I didn't want to play like Bayou Death Right would have confused me, would have put my opponent on us playing elves or like bug decks or something. Then he could have end of turn bolted it and wasted us. So on the play that would have been reasonable because then he couldn't both turn on bolt our Death Right and waste us. Chrome Locks, okay. Maybe I should have turned on Thought Seized. I had a feeling with the Bloodstained Mire that into a Volcanic that he could be onto something unfair. But yeah, this also gives us the option of Thought Seize plus him to Turak next on turn 2 instead of playing from behind. Oh, mana. Therapy me. Like, how big are the chances of him fizzling? I guess I'm gonna reveal what kind of deck I'm on. Although, starting off with the Dark Ritual probably means that we already lost the game. So I could have hidden my hand so he wouldn't have known that we are on a non-blue deck. But yeah, if he's going for Empty the Warrens here, for example, then it would have been worth playing a bit longer. Because this does seem like this. Burning Wish, he's gonna get 5 mana. He's gonna get... I'm not sure what he's gonna get. Spawns in Flames doesn't do it. Maybe the thing like the Wheel of Fortune thing? Okay. With Wheel of Fortune, of course, I meant the... I don't know, I forgot the name. It's like the Miracle that costs 5 mana. The Wheel of Fortune. So let's see, I drain here and I plow something and I block. Probably still dead because I don't play main deck Toxic Deluge. And Stoneforge into Batterskull top deck is gonna be too slow as well. You're right. Gonna get me a Scrubland. Plow the thing. Then block with my DRS. Then exile. Actually, exiling Therapy doesn't achieve anything yet, right? Yeah. Like, it can flashback, but since I didn't have Stoneforge yet, it doesn't matter. Okay, I guess now I exile his Therapy. Yeah, leading with turn 1 Falsies would have been really good here, but I mean, you never know how it's gonna work out. Let's see, I play Death Ride here, and I block 2 of them, I take 10, I die. A lot of storms suddenly. Definitely want a Damnation and the Deluge. Definitely want all of these. I guess this I'm not so sure about Rest in Peace. That's Stoneforge is more important here. Stoneforge into Batterskull. They do play. They probably have Past in Flames as a wish target, and they probably like what's it called, Rite of Flame. So they do have some cards that care about Rest in Peace, but I think in general, it's not worth it. I might keep one just so they can't flashback therapy to take my Batterskull or something. Liliana doesn't seem as great here as it is against Other Storm. But yeah, I guess I'll cut the Lingering Souls here. For being a bit slow. This hand is reasonable. I mean, it does have turn 3 Batterskull with the Duress protection, or we can just verdict them. I don't think Bayou matters, but I'm gonna start with the Bayou for some reason. So opponent's hand is Therapy and Probe, which is probably gonna take the Stoneforge or the Verdict. So I could either take the Probe. Therapy is gonna. If I take Therapy, it's just a 1-for-1. If I take Probe, is it still a 1-for-1? I'm not sure. I still feel like I'm supposed to take the Probe here, because that's also gonna dig them deeper. Like they don't have a win in their hand yet, so they would need to brainstorm into a win condition. And Probe digs them one deeper. So I could also have taken Brainstorm, but to avoid them digging deeper, but then they could Probe Therapy away like one of these 2 cards that they care about most. Did I board in the 1 Rest in Peace? Yeah, not great. Maybe I shouldn't board it in. Maybe against Empty Devour's Jita is okay. I don't think it's great, but like, I could see some merit to killing a bunch of creatures and gaining some life. Exiles, Dark Ritual. Ooh, just to therapy me. That's aggressive. Unfortunately, I have the alternative him to Thorak in hand. My opponent is gonna learn everything about it. They probably thought I didn't want to. They probably expected me to have him to Thorak, which I wanted to protect from being visible to Probe. Ooh. And they're really throwing away their whole hand here. Yeah, I guess I don't mind this here then. I definitely take out the Rite of Flame here, because let's see, if I don't make them discard, and they're gonna get 3 mana next turn. Like, if does it achieve anything? Actually, I might as well wait a turn, right? Is there any payoff spell that punishes me for letting them untap with 3 mana? No, actually I think past it yet. Only if they therapy me and they take the double verdict. Like if they top deck another therapy. So I start by taking both cards instead of playing Liliana. Oh, double Rite of Flame, okay. Here, I have a feeling I start by playing Vindicate. So they can't play cantrips anymore. Because with just black mana they're not gonna do anything. Vindicate their Folk. Which is weak. If I top the Wasteland, I'm gonna wish I Vindicated the Chromox, but... I can Jared's Verdict them and play Liliana. Which means Liliana isn't gonna make them discard anything anymore, but... LED and Ponder, sure. And should never have anything in hand anymore. Don't think they can beat Liliana with only one land and with only one mana source empty-handed. Like Jita didn't seem like the worst. In retrospect, although Jita does need creatures to equip to, and I did not have a lot of creatures in this situation. Maybe on the draw this is too slow, like it does draw me cards, it doesn't make them discard. Vindicate was okay here. So rest in peace, like all of these are kind of doubtful. Maybe Fire and Ice. It does also kill Goblin tokens, but it kills less of them than the Jita does. Although it also does draw me more cards. I definitely haven't played this before, this matchup like this specifically. I think because it's grindy, Pulsing Flames does have some value, so maybe I should leave in the Rest in Peace. Yeah, I guess I'll leave out the Jita. Like I'm gonna want Better Skull like every time I think against them. I think I need to keep this, but it's very weak to a lot of things. Like, Damnation is gonna be too slow if they go for turn 1 or 2, empty the Warrens. Especially turn 1, because then I can't protect myself with the duress. It does have 3 sideboard cards, so it's very hard to mulligan a hand with 3 sideboard cards. So they're gonna turn 1 me and then I lose. Actually I shouldn't f6 because I have Surgical in hand. Surgical also not as good against this as against Ant because of being less reliant on Pulsing Flames. But coupled with the DRS it could be okay. DRS them. That's a lot of therapies. They can't play both of them. Maybe I want to extract the Brainstorm already now, or the Therapy now, because they don't have anything going on, and maybe they put the cards on top that they want to protect. Maybe they have a big payoff spell on top. Like, I could take the Petal, and they can only Therapy me once, and they probe me so they can take the Damnation or something. Or I could take the Therapy. If I'm greedy, I take the Therapy, because they already have a bunch of mana anyway. Above all else, I don't want them to take the Jared's Verdict. So if I take Therapy, then extract the therapies, then the Verdict is gonna take like almost all their hand. So I'm gonna assume they put something good on top, and I'm just gonna take it the therapy here already. I do it in my turn, not like if I do it in their draw step, they already get the chance to. Let's see, they only have 3 therapies, sure. If I do it in their draw step, they already get to draw the card they wanted to protect. And if I do it in their upkeep, they just get a free storm in case they're gonna combo me off anyway. Yeah, my opponent is just gonna be empty-handed here after this jury's verdict. Oh, they drew a Burning Wish, okay. Guess I'm just gonna Vindicate a random land here, since I don't have anything better to do. Vindicate the... I guess the Underground Sea. I could force them, if they don't want to fetch, I could force them to fetch, I guess, but... But they already decided to fetch themselves. Hooray! Let's sing a song to Turak. Infernal Tutor, Burning Wish. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of stuff that can get him out of this. I mean, I do need to top deck some kind of a threat, though. Like, of course, I could just draw 5 lands and then top deck Ad Nauseam or something. Whatever. But yeah, this is gonna be great here. Make them discard, draw something myself, and I can start digging towards a win condition here. Did I already play land? Did not. Okay. Opponent had a Dark Ritual. Okay. GG opponent. Yeah, I'm gonna assume they put something on top with a Wasteland, with a Brainstorm there, because otherwise I don't think it was a keepable hand. Actually, Brainstorm, any hand with Brainstorm seems fine. But if they wanted to shuffle away the cards, they could have used the Petal. They would probably have Petaled first. Would you like to play first? Yes. Probably should have Therapy the way my duress anyway. Yeah, I think this is a mulligan. We're even on the play, so yeah, I'm not gonna get to 2 black mana in time. This is a lot more keepable. Yeah, they should have Petal Brainstorm, then they could shuffle if they want to shuffle, and they could also have used the Petal to take away my duress, but apparently they did not want that. But they did see my Surgical as well, so they should have Therapied anyway, just to take the Surgical even. I hope this is not Storm, because this hand is kind of mediocre against them. Oh, Dredge. Oh, they could be Dredge. Nether Shadow, yeah, that's Dredge. That means I don't think I want to play out Liliana. I probably just want to drop my Mirror Crusader and start beating them. Actually, Bayou exile their Nether Shadow. I'm gonna need a Bayou at some point. Yeah, I think that's more important than... Like, they have no way they can get more creatures into the graveyard. I'm gonna do this now. It's gonna be a while before I cast this Mirror Crusader, but I think against Manaless Dredge, until they draw Phantasmagorian or Street Wraith, is Death right? This is gonna let them discard 2 cards. So they could be playing around this Death Right. And maybe if they have 2 Dredgers, I could lose by playing this. Right? Yeah, I think that's not really safe. I think here it's safe to just play the Crusader first. And I should probably have done it the previous turn. But then I wouldn't have been able to fetch the Bayou, because I already had to drop my fetch land. I needed to fetch a Bayou with the land before I would get Death Right's activation for a second white. Opponent concedes. Need to remember to be on the draw in game 3 when I can choose. Need Rest in Peace, need Containment Priest, probably stuff like Deluge or Damnation, maybe Jitte. Definitely don't want to discard random cards or to give him the option. Just stuff like Thoughtseize where I can pick a relevant card is a lot better. For the same reason, Liliana of the Veil is not what I want to be doing in this matchup. Yeah, neither of these seem too great either. Kaya, I guess, is not an all-star in this matchup. At least Liliana gets me back any... Ooh, we have a Death Right. Actually, Thoughtseize is gonna be a Time Walk here, right? So I think I lead with Thoughtseize. Unless they only have Dredgers to discard. Well, if I play the Death Right first, they could discard something, and if I don't draw a green source, like this gives me one more turn to draw a green source. Dread Return, Probe, Phantasmagorian, bunch of stuff. Street Wraiths. Street Wraith actually kind of counters my Death Right. So I could see discarding that. Actually, they don't have a Dredger yet. So yeah, I definitely need to take something that draws them an additional card. So I probably want to take the Street Wraith. Although it's a black card for... It's a black card for their Icorids. Probe me, sure. Actually, I could have taken a blue card so they can't force my Death Right. Sometimes they sideboard Force of Will. So yeah, maybe that would have been a reason to... Oh, actually we found a green source. So we should be safe here if it did not draw the Force of Will. I'm gonna fetch here, just so I don't get... Actually he still has a Street Wraith. So we're not gonna auto-win to being able to exile something. Or like he can even go for Phantasmagorian and discard several cards. Throw me again, sure. Ooh, actually this is summoning sick. Yeah, I can't exile anything here. Discard Narcomoeba. Like there's nothing they can do here. So I think you can just play Lingering Souls and attack with Deathrite. Like there's none of these things that I really need to exile. So I think getting a bigger clock online is important. One is gonna discard Bridge, okay. We're still not finding anything to win them the game. I mean, not finding anything to get stuff into their graveyard, like Dredgers. So I think they're kind of screwed until they find a Dredger. But they do have the Street Wraith. So at least my Deathrite isn't gonna stop their Dredger yet. I think it was a reasonable opener for them, they just were very unlucky. Let's see, Stoneforge gets me... Do I still have Jita in? Ooh, they discarded Phantasmagorian. That means you could be in trouble. Because they can... I think I get Jita here. Just play it. I could equip, get some counters, but then I might just die. Maybe keeping open Deathrite is the safest. Okay, I definitely don't want to take a Phantasmagorian, but there might be other cards. Like, probably want to take the Dread Return, or like the thing they target with the Dread Return. Discard Golgari Thug. Okay. Prize Amalgam. They activate it again. Noxious Revival, Dread Return, double Dread Return. That's a bit more problematic. Okay. So I can't exile Golgari Thug because of Street Wraith. I can't exile the Red Return because they have a double one. I need to try and exile the creature that mills the graveyard, like Balustrade Spy. At least I don't have a creature in play yet, so maybe I win next turn, right? If I exile instant or sorcery here and tap, yeah, I'm gonna deal enough damage to kill them. Or like if they would have milled into an Narcomoeba, I could have exiled an Narcomoeba. Like just make sure they didn't get any creature in play. Rocky would like to play first, yes. Yeah, that's reasonable. We can fetch we can have double basic and Inquisition into Stoneforge seems good enough against a bunch of fair matchups. Fluster Storm, don't care. Probably Young Pyromancer. Let's see, Scalding Tarn. They could have drawn a Daze, but I think that's not very likely. Then again, Deathrite gives me a lot more options next turn by playing Liliana or Vindicate if necessary. Drop Wasteland, fetch something. Volcanic. They drop Pyromancer here. They must really be confident. Like they must have drawn a Force of Will or a Daze. Which means I can play around Daze by Vindicating because I can pay for it. But if they have Daze and I Liliana, they get a token and I can sacrifice the token. I'm clearly going for the Vindicate here. You did draw the Force, okay. Unlucky. I'm definitely trading my Deathrite for the Pyromancer here if they offer the trade. It does mean if they have a Daze now, they can Daze my Liliana or whatever. But I drew another one. They have Underground, they have Wasteland and one unknown card. I think that means I want to go for Stoneforge. It means they can't go for Daze. Yes, I want. I think I want to go for Batterskull here. Fire and Ice or Jitte, which is in the sideboard, would have been able to deal with all his creatures. But I doubt he has a way to kill my Batterskull, except bolting my Stoneforge, which of course he drew. Yeah, sometimes life is just unfair. Say Vindicate his Delver. And now we can make him sacrifice both tokens if necessary. It's better than nothing. I could see an argument for vindicating one of his colored sources. Just to shut him off, like Gurmag Angler or something, but I have another Vindicate to deal with an Angler, so I don't care too much about it yet. Maybe we need this to kill another Delver, for example, yeah. I think him to Torak is too tempting here. Just they could have forced blue card or something, just don't want to take any risks. Because this is gonna deal 4 a turn, but they're gonna need 3, even if it flips they would need 3 turns to kill me. in which time I would have been able to deal with their stuff. I think I just want to waste them off colored sources here. Then hope it doesn't flip to force and him already having a blue card in hand. And plays Volk. Pyromancer, sure. Kills my Liliana, I guess. Top deck land. Nope. Still good enough top deck. Against anything, but if this flips to bolts, so be it. Maybe I should have kept these Vindicates instead of going after his lands, but I mean they're Delver after all. They're not supposed to draw these many lands. Now they waste me here. This Better Skull is gonna be stuck in my hand for a bit. Now they're gonna Angler me maybe? No, that's right. That's actually a problem, because it gets around, it doesn't need to attack. Let's see, I'm gonna start with killing the Delver, because it's gonna kill me faster than the Pyromancer. Then I can try to return the Stoneforge, or I kill the young Pyromancer, not sure. Actually, I have another Stoneforge, so yeah. Definitely killing the Pyromancer. Exiles Vindicate, sure. If he has a bolt, I lose. Actually, this Better Skull is going to be too slow, because he's going to come into play next turn. And then it's not going to be able to attack yet. Okay, so I did lose to his bolt play. Nah, shouldn't have gone for his lands there, but it seemed great at the moment. I want these, and I don't want these. I think that's the usual cut. No, I was having the same problem as I was explaining in the beginning of the league, as I was having with Wasteland. Like, if you have it, you Vindicate on a land is just you're often very trigger happy to Vindicate them of a land, just like you're too often trigger happy to Wasteland someone, even if it's not the correct play. This, I think it's too slow. It would the hand would get completely wrecked with a daze or something. Next turn we can Thoughtseize to take away their protection, or like their disruption, and then a Stoneforge. Oh, sure. I mean, I guess. Don't want to get double wasted here, so maybe I take the swamp. Then, no, I think I'm going to expose myself to double wastes. Because if I take a swamp and they waste me off scrubland, I'm not going to be able to activate Stoneforge. And if I take a basic plains and they take me off my scrubland, I can Thoughtseize them next turn. So I want to keep open as many options as possible. And I'm taking Jita here because I'm going to be short on mana, and this is going to be the cheapest to get into play and equip if they kill my Stoneforge, for example. Does Wasteland change anything? I mean, I could Vindicate their young Pyromancer. Not sure if that's great. Vindicate a Needle and Thoughtseize them. But then Pyromancer lives. Or I could Wasteland them off Volcanic, file in something with my Stoneforge. I mean, if I get to resolve this Jita thing, then I don't really care about him wastelanding me anymore, right? Yeah, either I Thoughtseize. I think I Thoughtseize. Did I Thoughtseize or Wasteland? Like, he started off a Wasteland, so he might not have. I think I'm going for the Wasteland here instead of the Thoughtseize. The upside seems bigger. Yeah, opponent didn't draw another land, so it was the correct choice, apparently. Nah, easy mulligan. Easy mulligan. I guess going down to 5 to 4 isn't usually better than these. If he just cantrips, I might just wasteland him because I've enough lands. That's probably wrong if he ponders, because then he's gonna have more lands for sure. I mean, I already lost this game for 80% sure anyway, so I might as well do some risky plays here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wasteland him here, even with the Delver. He might have kept the hand solely on like one land and cantrip and Delver, and now he can't play his cantrips or something. Of course, this can't kill the Delver, and the other Liliana can, so that's kind of a bummer, but... yeah, I think I can just fetch a basic here. And auto pass. Okay, opponent did not have more mana. So yeah, the wasteland was clearly correct there. We might just not get rewarded because we're gonna be dead before we get to cast our other stuff. Yes, so Jitta kills Delver, Sword of Fire and Ice killed Delver, but Sword also protects me from Sun Demise. So I think I'm gonna go for that one. I just hope he can't deal with this in time. Okay, he did draw another land, that's unfortunate. So I could, there is something could be said to playing the Mirror Crusader here, but then actually we can get wastelanded, because otherwise I could play Mirror Crusader if I had two basic planes, and then next turn Violin, Fire and Ice, and attack with Mirror Crusader. No, actually very weak to him drawing a red source and suddenly missing this before I get to equip an attack. Then I'm probably dead. I'm gonna file this in. Like, he doesn't have click mana yet, so... Okay, so he's not gonna Sun Demise me. Might as well fetch a basic here. He could still have a red source and a bolt, and then I'm probably dead as well. If we had not mulled to 5 here, we probably could have won this game. I mean, if not if we kept the original cards, of course. Thing needle on my sword, and okay. Yeah, if I had gotten Better Skull, I would have won, probably. Ooh, Lingering Souls, that's very good. Actually, no, he has Sudden Demise, never mind. Just gonna... So Liliana, give this creature -2. Means we're gonna die less slowly. And it also means we're not dead to Bolt yet. But we will be next turn. The Sun Demise is really going to be a big problem. Bolt me, sure. Just off my fetch land. Call against command, sure, okay, we did. That's unfortunate. I think we had a real shot here despite the mulligan, but... Oh yeah, giving stuff lifelink. We would have been able to give to gain some life there. So gonna check out which Deadguy list it was. I think a few days ago there was another Deadguy list on Magic Online, which I want to check out for I think it had Dark Confidence, so I'm gonna check Dark Confidence. Oh yeah, it was this one with Gideon Ally of Zendikar. And Gunch and 23 lands, including Shambling Fence. No sort of Fire and Ice though, which I guess is also okay. Yeah, this hand is okay. I mean, it curves out pretty okay. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this. Ether file, okay. Gotta take their Mother of Runes if they have one, because we have nothing to do against that. Yeah, Stoneforge is a nice take as well. Because that's... play Caracas and Thalia, alright. Then they're gonna start porting us, which is annoying. Is there any reason to plow here? Like they just play a second Thalia. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna plow here. It'll just be a waste of plows. I might plow in response to them porting us if they tap the Caracas. Which they are very unlikely to do. If they're a good Death and Texas player. Of course, you should always assume your opponent is a good player. Double ports. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of wasteland top decks to beat that. Maybe if he ever puts the file to 3, I want to end of turn plow it, just to remove it from the battlefield. And just have one turn where I can resolve Liliana or something. Oh, that's actually not the worst. Because now I have the 2 mana to plow Thalia. End of... No, they're gonna tap my fetch land. Sure, I guess. Gonna fetch me a basic. And if they tap this, I probably plow the Thalia. This will force them to play the one in their hand. Ooh, Wasteland, that's again very annoying. Float black. So do I plow here? If I plow here, I can't play anything else this turn because they're gonna file in the second one. If I draw something, if I draw a land, I could theoretically Jared's Verdict them, right? Now they're tapped out of Caracas, so I think I'm just gonna plow this here. Because at least they're gonna need to use a card in hand. I'm gonna put in the second one. If I draw a land here, okay, I do draw a land, which kind of sucks. I would have been able to play Gerard's Verdict at least. But then they would have discarded this Thalia, I presume. Play Mom. Need to Vindicate a Mom, but we can't because they're gonna double port us. Actually, maybe I should have bounced it in combat to save 2 damage, because now they're gonna... If I bounce it now, they're gonna end up... They're just gonna file it back in. And otherwise I would do the same, but I would save 2 damage. Oh, they did not. Okay. Maybe. Oh, they want to bounce the Caracas first. Sure. Draw step. Sure. You did gain some life. Yeah. Yeah, Mother of Runes now being active is a big deal. Actually, I can get rid of their Thalia here by bouncing it and then playing Gerard's Verdict. At least that's a permanent solution. And they can't attack with Mother of Runes or Alkylate. So it means they don't have a clock. Until they draw something they can file in. Come on, top deck land. Nope, not top deck land. So I think I play Lingering Souls just to hold off the Mother of Runes attack here. Or I play Liliana, make them... Actually, I think I'm gonna play... Huh? Oh, actually they don't have... They don't have Thalia, so the stuff doesn't cost 1 more. I don't know why I was thinking that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna play Liliana and hope. Oh, Flicker Wisp, bounce, whatever. That was a good draw. Bounce Rishalan Port, sure. How does it matter? He's not gonna sacrifice the Flicker. He is, okay. Does this mean I could have played Liliana last turn? Yeah, maybe I wasn't paying attention. To play Sanctum Prelate. If he puts it on 3, I'm really screwed. Lord, oh Lord. Oh, that's good. That's, well, not really good. He has Mother of Runes. Never mind. Play either file, sure. I think I'm gonna take here, because not even drawing another plow would get me around these Mother of Ruins. Need something like Stoneforge, Mystic or whatever. But even then, he can give protection, so I don't think Stoneforge is gonna achieve a whole lot. This deck seems like mono 3 drop. See, it takes me down to 5. I think I can wait one more turn on the Swords of Plowshares. Lol. I'm gonna go see this. Like, I don't have any top decks that win me. Okay, so we put in the fair decks cards. I think one Containment Priest was what I decided on. What else did I cut? Actually, Containment Priest. It didn't really convince me in the previous game against Death and Taxes. This guy might be too slow. Like, it doesn't actually that one, it's 4 mana and it doesn't kill creatures. So at least this does more than Sorin in this matchup. Like, gaining life or making tokens is not, for 4 mana is not what wins me this game, I think. Keep this. Only have a black source that can be wasted, but triple plow is really strong. At least it deals with the turn 1 Mother of Runes, for example. This could be the last. This could be the last game of the league here. If we lose it, if we win, there's gonna be one more to decide. If we get anything, okay, nature file. Okay, play this now. Hope to draw another black source. Hopefully a basic. But I can't tap out for Liliana at last hope because they can always end of turn either file. End of turn either file Mother of Ruins. I could play Castle's Judgment here, take the Ether file on 1, and if they respond by putting in Mother of Ruins, I can take them on. I'm not sure if that's worth opening myself up to being wasted off. being wasted off black. Opponent did not have the Mother of Runes, okay. Sanctum Prelate, sure. Something I can plow, so that's fine. That's not so fine. Still can't afford to tap out for plow. They could just have top decked the Mother of Runes. That sucks. Okay, scrubland means I definitely wanna fetch here and play the Liliana Lost Hope. Need to get her online as quickly as possible. He could violin a Revoker, then I plow the Revoker, and then he flicker wisps the Revoker, whatever. Not entirely sure how this is going down. Or he could just put in 2 creatures and I can only plow one of them, and he kills the other one with the other attacker. Fortunately, no such thing happened. No. Can't be countered, sure. It can be flicker wisped, but it did not. Probably want to Stoneforge into Jita here. Probably should have tapped the scrublands just to keeping open Caracas to end of turn Mounts Natalia isn't the worst. Or maybe I should have played the Jita because he couldn't end of turn violin. Because he couldn't end of turn violin Mom anyway because he didn't have a file on 1. Could have been more efficient. To use my mana that way, because then I could equip it this turn already, and now I can only play it without equipping. End of turn 3-drop, or Flicker Wisp, gonna exile my land. I think I wanna plow this here because of mana efficiency, so I'm only gonna have 2 mana next turn. Fortunately, opponent has only 1 card, so actually no, Caracas is the one I want untapped. It's the only one that does anything, because I don't have any 1-drops. Sure. Top deck land, play Better Skull. Okay, let's start one. Step one, I mean. And then hope opponent doesn't have anything to stop me from equipping and attacking. Like, he still has one card in hand. It could be a spell that can deal with the germ token. Cataclysm, that's kind of annoying. So let's see, I choose a file and a land. I choose an artifact, a creature. So I choose the Better Skull, the germ token, enchantment I don't have, and a land. Do I want to be weak to wasteland? Like, I need both black and white to do all this stuff? Yeah, I think I'm gonna risk it and just take the scrub land. I'm gonna get ported a lot anyway. Actually, I can't get ported because he sacrificed his port. I'm just gonna put this in here, just in case he wants to flicker risk my land during combat, then I won't be able to cast my Death Right. Okay, flicker wisps indeed. Takes the token, sure. Oops, okay, that's not good. Should definitely have kept the basic there, was I don't have basic plains anymore. I do still have a few basic swamps. I don't think I want to fetch here, because I don't want to open myself up to being ported or wastelanded. So I'm not going to use Death Right for draining here. Because then if you draw... Because now I'm more likely to be able to cast as Judgment or Liliana next turn. Or Stoneforge. Oh, actually I don't have Scrublands anymore, so yeah, I need to take the swamp here anyway. I'll swamp for white. I think I still have Fire and Ice in my deck, which could win me the game. If I can connect it next... Actually no, I'm gonna need 2 more turns to connect. And I'm gonna take a lot of damage. I think I need to Stoneforge here. Just because otherwise he could kill us. He could plow the Stoneforge in response to my Death Right activation if he top decks one. And then I won't be able, then I won't have white mana for activating it in response, and I just probably lose the game. A GT of his own. Delta get me probably still a basic. I don't want to. I don't need to gain life yet at this point anyway. If he draws a land, he can equip the Jitte to the Mishras. He can animate and equip. It is going to be very painful. No, actually, I don't think I have ways to make double white anymore. Unless if I draw another Deathrite, but they have Revoker now. Let's see, they have to block the Stonefort, so I might as well attack with the Deathrite. Getting one more damage. They block the Deathrite. Okay. I do not mind at all. Okay, so they can Mishra's Factory Jitte. How many wastelands do I have left? Okay, I still have 3. Ooh, that's kind of rough. Unless if I draw a land to cost any of these two. I don't. Yeah, I attack him. Because I'm not going to kill the Gideon anyway. And then I can... He's going to block anyway, but otherwise I can redirect the damage to the Gideon. I need to draw land Vindicate, which is very unlikely to happen. So the Cataclysm ruined us. I should not have attacked. Like, I drew 1 extra card with the Revoker. Due to him blocking the Deathrite. I think that's not worth having lost my Deathrite and the ability to make mana. Because he was gonna lose this Revoker anyway due to the Fire and Ice or being forced to block the Stoneforge. Thoughtseize means I'm dead if he attacks here. Or it means I can't attack. Actually I have Lingering Souls, but he can kill both of them. Then he can attack for... I think I'm gonna start by attacking. I still need to present the option to draw additional cards here. Actually, oh yeah, he can kill it. That's rough. It's a pity I already lost my Jitte due to the Cataclysm. Our draws have just been very mediocre. Okay, it's a bit too late now, but any mana source would have done it earlier, a few turns ago. I need to block this guy or I'm dead. And I'm still gonna be dead anyway, because this kills my spirit next turn. Gonna fetch a Bayou, then I lose to this attacking. So yeah, me not keeping a basic of the Cataclysm was a mistake, and me attacking with the Death Rite, and both of them combined made us screw just long enough to not be able to win this game anymore. Would have had a lot more mana a lot earlier otherwise. Okay, that's too bad, but at least I learned something. And okay, turns out there is too much sun again. So I hope that wasn't too big of a distraction. So yeah, see you later for more Legacy. Bye.